What is the one thing that stops you from achieving your dreams? Is it fear? Fear of risk? Fear of failure? We're diving headfirst into the world of fear and risk today, exploring their intimate connection and how they often stand between us and our grandest dreams. Risk, fear, and the courage to overcome them are universal experiences. They shape our lives in ways we seldom recognize, so buckle up and stay tuned as we unravel stories of people who have conquered their fears and taken the leap of faith. Scene script. Picture this: a comfortable job, a steady income, and a secure future. But is this all there is to life? Imagine a man, let's call him John. John had all of this. He was a high-ranking executive at a multinational corporation, living the dream, or so it seemed. Every day, he would put on his suit and tie, ready to conquer the world of finance. But deep down, John yearned for something more. John's heart was not in stocks and bonds, but in a little coffee shop he had dreamt of owning since he was a kid. He wanted to create a place that would bring people together, a place where conversations flowed as freely as the coffee. But to do that, he would have to leave his secure job and take the leap into the world of entrepreneurship. It wasn't an easy decision. John grappled with his fears. The fear of failure was overwhelming. What if his business didn't work out? What if he lost all his savings? Yet he knew he would always wonder what if he didn't take the risk. So he decided to face his fears, to take the leap. He quit his job, poured his savings into his coffee shop, and worked day and night to make it a success. There were days of doubt, days of frustration, but John kept going. He knew that success wasn't guaranteed, but he was willing to take the risk for the chance to fulfill his dream. And guess what? John's coffee shop is now a thriving business. It's a community hub, a place where people come not just for the coffee, but for the atmosphere, the camaraderie, the sense of belonging. John's leap of faith paid off. His journey wasn't without its challenges, but he faced his fears, took the risks, and overcame them. It's a testament to the power of courage, the power of entrepreneurship, and the power of following your dreams. So he took the leap, faced his fears, and look where he is now. Isn't that inspiring? Imagine a world without color, without art. Hard to picture, isn't it? This is the story of Clara, a passionate artist, a dreamer who saw the world through vibrant hues and bold strokes. Clara wasn't always a celebrated artist. She started out as a dreamer in a world that often didn't appreciate her vivid imagination. Her journey was fraught with rejection, criticism, and self-doubt. She was told her art wasn't good enough, that her ideas were too radical, too different. But Clara, she was fearless. She loved her craft more than she feared rejection. And so she chose to paint, to create, to bring her visions to life. Every stroke of her brush was a risk, a chance taken. Every new canvas was a battlefield, her fears and insecurities the enemy. But Clara, she was a warrior. She didn't back down. She didn't give up. She painted her fears, her doubts, her insecurities. She painted the rejection, the criticism, the harsh words that had once silenced her. And as she painted, she found her fears losing their power over her. Her courage took form on the canvas, bold and unapologetic. Her art became her shield, her weapon, her strength. Clara took a risk. She chose to face her fears rather than let them consume her. She chose to express herself, to share her art with the world, regardless of the consequences. She took the criticism and the rejection, and she used it to fuel her passion, to drive her creativity, and the world took notice. They saw the fearlessness in her art, the courage in her colors, the strength in her strokes. They saw the beauty in her vulnerability, the power in her expression. Clara, the fearless artist, had turned her fears into a masterpiece. And so, Clara's story teaches us that fear and risk are not barriers, but rather stepping stones to greatness. It shows us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. She painted her fears away and created a masterpiece. How beautiful is that? What if Thomas Edison feared failure and never invented the light bulb? A daunting question, isn't it? But let's delve deeper into the story of a man who refused to bow down to the fear of failure. Meet John, a bold inventor with a dream. He was not born with a silver spoon, nor did he have a wealth of resources at his disposal. But what he did have was an unwavering spirit and a relentless pursuit of innovation. He had a vision, a revolutionary idea that he believed could change the world. John's journey was not a smooth sail. His early prototypes were met with skepticism and outright rejection. People called his ideas absurd, impractical. Even his family and friends began to doubt his sanity. The fear of failure started to creep in and the risks seemed overwhelming. But John, the bold inventor, didn't let these deterrents sway him. He stared fear in the face and chose to take the risk. He knew that the path to innovation was strewn with failure, but he also knew that failure was not the end, but rather a stepping stone to success. Each failure was a lesson learned, each setback, a push forward. John spent countless nights in his makeshift laboratory, tweaking and perfecting his invention. He faced countless disappointments, countless failures, but he did not let his fear of failure overshadow his determination. He embraced his failures, learned from them, and used them to fuel his drive towards success. And one day, his relentless efforts bore fruit. His invention, once dismissed as absurd, was now hailed as revolutionary. John had taken the risk, faced his fears, and emerged victorious. He had turned his numerous failures into a resounding success. So, what's the takeaway from John's story? It's simple. Don't fear failure, embrace it, use it as a stepping stone to success. Because in the end, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up and keep going. He turned his failures into success. Now that's a bright idea. So what can we learn from these inspiring individuals? First and foremost, we can understand the significance of embracing risk. Just like the entrepreneur who took a leap of faith, we too must be willing to step into the unknown. It's often in these unfamiliar territories where we find the most rewarding opportunities. Yes, there is a chance we might fail, but as we've seen, it's through these failures we gain invaluable insights and experiences. Next, we must confront our fears head-on, mirroring the fearless artist. Fear can be a debilitating factor if we let it control us. However, when we face our fears, we often realize they're not as terrifying as we initially thought. In fact, they can become catalysts for growth and self-discovery, pushing us to achieve more than we ever thought possible. The journey of the bold inventor also underscores the importance of persistence. The road to success is often filled with obstacles and setbacks, but staying the course, even when the odds are stacked against us, is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Success isn't always about being the best. It's about being relentless in the pursuit of your dreams, despite the hurdles that come your way. And let's not forget the importance of learning from our failures. Each misstep is a lesson waiting to be learned, an opportunity for growth. Every failure brings us one step closer to success, if we choose to view it that way. Lastly, the courage to get back up after a fall is a trait shared by all successful individuals. It's not about avoiding the fall, but rather, learning how to rise after it. The fear of falling can be paralyzing, but the will to get up and try again is what truly defines us. Remember, it's not about the fear of falling, it's about the will to get up. Risk, fear, two powerful words that can either make us or break us. As we draw to a close, let's not forget the essence of our exploration today. It's about embracing risk, about confronting fear, about stepping beyond the boundaries of comfort and complacency to ignite the spark of innovation and creativity that lies within us all. The entrepreneur's leap, the artist's unwavering resilience, the inventor's boldness. These are not merely tales of individual achievers. No, they are stories of ordinary folks like you and me who dared to dream, dared to step out of the shadows of fear, and dared to risk it all. Risk, as we've seen, is not a foe to be vanquished, but a companion to be acknowledged. It is the harbinger of change, the catalyst for growth. It is the price we pay for the chance to shape our own destiny. Fear, on the other hand, is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to our humanity, a reminder of the stakes. But it is also a challenge, an invitation to rise above, to prove to ourselves that we are more than our apprehensions, more than our anxieties. So, let us not shy away from risk. Let us not cower before fear. Let us stand tall, let us stand together, and let us each in our own way strive to make a difference. After all, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Embrace the fear, take the risk, and seize the day. Thank you for joining us on this journey of overcoming fear and embracing risk. Now it's your turn to inspire. We encourage you to share your own stories of taking a leap of faith in the comments below. Your experiences might just be the push someone else needs to take their own leap. And if you found this video inspiring, don't hesitate to share it with others. Remember, change begins with a single step, and that step often comes in the form of inspiration. If you haven't already, do subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Remember, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is a leap of faith. So, take that leap, share your story, and inspire others. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.